About 30 miles northeast of Charleston stands an unusual pair of brick towers. These are the old and new Cape Romain lighthouses. The old Cape Romain light, 65 feet tall, was erected here in 1827 to warn mariners of treacherous shoals several miles southeast of the beacon. However, this stubby little tower proved inadequate to the task, and, using slave labor, authorities constructed a new 150-foot tall tower, putting it into use in 1858. Both towers were eventually abandoned, but thanks in large part to the efforts of local contractor and avocational historian Tommy Graham, they still stand tall today.
Well, I visited this since I was old enough to remember, and I think when it really came home to me that something had to be done, and if I didn't try to kickstart it, it might never happen, was in 1981. I brought my two oldest children, who were young then. Everything was going down, the top was open, vandals had destroyed everything. And I realized that when they were adults, the whole scene would have disappeared if somebody didn't do something.
Graham obtained federal funding in the 1980s to replace missing glass in the lantern room of the new light, and hopes to be able to restore the rusted metal stairwell inside as well.
Between $100,000 and $200,000 are needed to do the stabilization of the big tower and hopefully put a new waterproof cap on the old tower. And then the cost will be ongoing over the years.
Lighthouse Island, where the two towers stand, is in the wilderness area of Cape Romain National Wildlife Refuge, so no new docks will be built to facilitate visitorship to the towers or the surrounding ruins of the keepers' dwellings. But Graham is partnering with the folks at Cape Romain National Wildlife Refuge to make sure these special towers retain their important place in local history.
This lighthouse is iconic in my little community. It's what people think of when they think of Cape Romain, McClellanville, and it's something that binds us together and is important to all of us, and it's a significant link to the past and deserves better than it's gotten in most of the time since the light was discontinued.
The lighthouses are testament, if you will, testament of people that came before us. So I see lighthouses as threads that binds today to our ancestors of years past, and they're very important. And to me, it's just something to be treasured and to be protected and to share what we know about our lights and share that with other people.
Today, the folks at Cape Romain National Wildlife Refuge organize periodic trips so people can see the two towers in person.